social media is not a real place. People do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you know, you having all these followers, and in stardom comes like hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural Black women.
Ladies and gentlemen, cancel your plans to box because the most amazing fight of the year happened outside, in heels, beneath the stars, and all over a man named Papoose.
But I'm just saying that's why it's being made a story, is because
I am 29, so how can I know about any of that? Let's just be honest. So this is what I'm saying. When I'm ready to announce who I'm with, I will do that. But till then, everything else is just speculation, and the internet, once again, is not a real.
Imagine two-time Olympic gold medalist and unbeaten boxing champion Claressa Shields enjoying a quiet rooftop supper. However, the tranquility was short-lived when Tesehki, a reality TV firecracker known for drawing attention, arrived. For the record, she is Saucy Santana's sister. Thus, there is a lot of drama in the family. In the center of it all is the well-respected hip-hop veteran Papoose, who has long been associated with rapper Remy Ma, and was entangled in a whole other kind of argument that had nothing to do with lyrics and was all about accusations and love. Triangles that picked up steam more quickly than Claressa's left hook.
Not a thing of me having an issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you, and it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not.
Here's how it began. The evening was meant to be one of champagne toasts rather than broken wings and cupcakes. When Claressa Shields and Papoose arrived together for what was billed as a private dinner, Claressa thought it was just the two of them. Perhaps it was a little intimate, maybe it was business-related, maybe it was more. But whatever the case, the atmosphere was laid back until the leopard print walked in late, loud, and completely uninvited. She didn't even try to hide anything from anyone at the dinner, and her eyes immediately went to Claressa. Everyone knew it was going to go left, so let's take a moment to discuss Papoose. His actions before this dinner had already raised some eyebrows, with rumors circulating that he had been sending Tesehki late-night direct messages. Then came the posts with Tesehki saying, "I'll snatch what's mine" on her story a few days prior to the dinner. If you believe that was a coincidence, Claressa most certainly didn't, since she responded loudly and clearly in her own Instagram story. These hands have been graced with Olympic gold, so don't tempt me. As a result, Claressa wasn't shocked when Tiki entered that evening, but Claressa got up from her seat slowly, almost as if she was trying to remain composed, while Papoose appeared to have seen a ghost. In the meantime, his face gave away everything, and those at the table said it looked like a setup, as if Tesehki knew exactly what she was walking into and who would be there. Sources claim that the energy changed the moment Tiki walked in. There were no greetings or smiles, just side eyes and tension so thick you could feel it from the elevators. Papoose didn't answer Basea's query. "You really brought her here," and that silence said. There was no yelling or back and forth. Instead, Claressa moved as if she were entering round one. Taste didn't even have time to flip her ponytail all the way around before she was dragged across the floor. Everything happened so quickly that she didn't wait for an answer, warning, or build-up at one point. Witnesses describe it as swift but chaotic, with heels flying, a bracelet breaking off, and Tesehki shouting something along the lines of, "I just wanted to talk." However, speaking was thereafter forbidden. In a matter of seconds, that rooftop became a full-fledged incident, and naturally, someone, well, everyone, had their phones out. The altercation was recorded from several perspectives and posted online before the dinner was even finished, and within hours, it had amassed over 18 million views. As her wig slid halfway off and Claressa was being dragged back by two people, one particularly popular video showed Tesehki yelling, "I just wanted to talk." However, this is where things get even worse. Some people now believe the entire incident may have been staged because rumors have it Tase brought a crew of cameras. People are asking, was this a real fight over a man or a clout-chasing setup made for the cameras? Because she was with her for show, not just for a random night out. Some claim to have seen a boom mic and a guy holding a DSLR off to the side, and when the fight broke out, the crew didn't flinch. They just kept filming. In any case, Claressa's hands weren't acting, and the drama was genuine.
But still not be public or people wouldn't know still right now, because that's not how he does things. That's not how I'm doing things moving forward. Like for me, I'm just not like that. I'm not fighting over no man. She's mad that he...
Claressa Shields didn't even attempt to resist when the officers arrived, and one of them said, "Ma'am, we need you to step over here." Witnesses claim that security finally intervened after the altercation had already ended. She walked with them as if it were just another press event, and she was handcuffed like a pro. Wasn't the first time she had to deal with chaos and cameras at the same time. So compare that to Tess, who was assisted into an Uber while sporting a wig that was smudged with mascara and leaning like she had been through 3 episodes of Bad. Girls Club in one night. She seemed to need a break with only 1 acrylic nail remaining, and she was sobbing and whimpering. "I didn't even do anything." But her face spoke for itself. She wasn't prepared for that level of heat, but this is where things went south. In an attempt to talk Claressa out of charges, Joe allegedly called the precinct where she was being held. According to one source, he told officers she was a national treasure while making an Olympic Ching arrest. No one has confirmed whether or not that helped, but it didn't stop the internet from going crazy and making her a trend within hours. It didn't take long for screenshots to start leaking, with the first one being a late-night direct message from Papoose to Tesehki that read, "I wish I could be where you're at." Critics weren't as forgiving, pointing out that Claressa's role as a role model comes with responsibilities, and that she should have used her words rather than her fists. Fans quickly defended her, claiming she was simply protecting her peace, and calling Tesehki a clout chaser. That message was sent 2 nights prior to the Rooftop dinner, and 2 nights later, Papoose allegedly sent another one saying, "She always wants to fight you. Permit me to take a breath." That one was particularly painful because it implied that he was venting to the woman with whom Claressa had ended up fighting. If that wasn't messy, I don't know what is. But that wasn't the end of it. A random account said that Claressa had once told someone she was expecting Papoose's child, but no one could verify it, and she hasn't publicly mentioned it. Nevertheless, the rumor was enough to start 1,000 theories, and people began looking through old Claressa interviews in search of hints. Some even noticed that she had been wearing looser garments. In this way, deep fans triumph. Others, on the other hand, claimed that the entire situation felt prearranged from the beginning, pointing out that the fight was too convenient and coincided with Tesehki's reality show filming schedule. One post encapsulated perfectly. This isn't a love triangle. Rather, it's a marketing tactic gone wrong. In the end, everyone involved had something to lose, and social media ensured that no one got away clean.
Damn, y'all see what's going on? It's about to get ugly.
It's about to get real ugly, and not for me.
The 5-second clip of Tesehki leaning in close to Papoose during the dinner, whispering something while she was distracted, set off a wildfire on Twitter, with one person posting, "You can literally see her mouth say she isn't even pregnant." If you thought this was just about jealousy, think again, because now even the pregnancy is being questioned. There was no sound in the leaked surveillance footage from the Rooftop, only grainy black and white video, but lip readers still jumped in like it was an Olympic sport. One more remark stated, "So this whole fight was a setup. They played Claressa dirty." Fans began looking through past interviews and videos. While some pointed out that Claressa never formally acknowledged her pregnancy on her own platforms, others asserted that she had made reference to it weeks prior. After the situation burst out in one post, some people thought Claressa fabricated the pregnancy to win sympathy. Stated, "Classic PR damage control, play victim to avoid the mugshot headlines." Others didn't believe it. They claimed that she was deliberately duped into attending the dinner, videotaped, and then snapped a viral thread. Poked the bear, captured. The roar and attempted to seem horrified, but the video clearly showed that Tesehki wanted Claressa to shake that one utterance triggered the virtual tribunal on the internet, where everyone is picking sides. After 1 wig, 2 restraining orders, and 5 camera angles, the internet is wondering what will happen now that Claressa is formally free on bond. Some allege Remy Ma covered it, while others assert, in any case, she hasn't spoken much since. The arrest, and only posted a mysterious thank you on her Instagram story, with no caption and comments full of fire, boxing gloves, and praying hands. Fat Joe pulled strings once more. Emojis, while Papoose is doing what he does best, disappearing without posting, tweeting, or even posting a tagged photo on the street, and staying low to avoid women in the drama. He's also probably smart. Tesehki, on the other hand, is wasting no time. Behind-the-scenes videos of her creating new content have surfaced. Ring light face beat. Like a true reality show veteran, Reddy is essentially turning the chaos into content as she talks about healing, haters, and how God removes people for a reason. However, just as people were beginning to move on, a leaked voice note appeared on blogs, purportedly from Claressa, in which she can be heard saying, "He played us both, and I haven't finished yet." Fans began reposting it after that one line, with captions like, "Part 2 is about to be wild and ain't over." Some say she's planning a tell-all, others think a lawsuit is coming, and one user even said she's about to land a docu-series and call it Knockout Love. So, we're left wondering, was Claressa the victim or the villain? Was Tay chasing clout or catching karma? Where the hell is Papoose?